That's why the win the 2025 Super Bowl.
All right. We're going to start with the NFC. Good old NFC of the NFL. So, we'll start with the 49ers. First overall, just put them where they were last season, and we'll head it from there. All right.
Second overall, let's take a look here.
Second.
Probably the Lions.
Lions. All right. We'll put Lions in second. Then let's see. Well, let's just kind of go in order here, and we'll fit it as we go. Cardinals, I could realistically see getting 9th in the division.
9th in the conference. Okay, no. How about we? No, you put that back down there. We're gonna go in order, okay? Because it makes the most sense. And
all right. Fine. All right. So third place then.
Third place. Take a look.
I could see going to the.
Probably the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
If I'm gonna be realistic.
All right. So fourth, I can see the Bears.
The Bears at fourth?
The Bears.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm not even a Bears fan. I'm just feeling.
I'd say probably the Eagles, but yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, they're all these guys are different conferences except for these two. Fifth, Packers. I kind of like Packers at fifth. That makes sense too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
Sixth. Are we feeling? Oh well, we got to pull in someone from the other conference, the South, right? Yeah, someone from the South.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't do the Eagles as fourth. I'd say the Bucks are gonna win their division, so you got to put the Bucks at fourth.
There we go. So
then it would be the Eagles.
Packers.
And then I'd say probably the Bears after that, right?
Bears.
And then
I'm liking Seahawks at 8.
Seahawks at 8. You don't think the Rams are gonna be up there?
I think Seahawks are gonna win. They'd be better. I guess the Rams.
The Rams are pretty damn good.
Yeah. Falcons. Ooh.
Yeah.
That presents an issue. They could be at 9.
Yeah, honestly, I think so.
It sucks. I'm a Seahawks fan.
Yeah. And then I do the Saints probably. The Saints are.
Yeah, I agree with Saints there. I think Vikings next.
Yeah, I think the Commanders are going to be better than the Giants and the Panthers and the Cardinals. And I do the Cardinals at. Actually, I don't know. I think the Giants might be worse than the Panthers this year.
Well, yeah, we'll give it a shot. Panthers had a pretty good offseason. Picked up a lot of guys. They needed it. A lot in there. So, this is our final guess for how the conference is going to be ranked for the NFC. And these are the 8 teams that'll be making the playoffs, or 7 teams right here that'll be in the playoffs. And we're going to do a bracket for that come after the AFC part, which you'll be seeing right now. Boom, look at that. AFC time. Seamless transition, just like that. So we're gonna should we put who do we think is winning the AFC this year?
I'm gonna do the Ravens. The Ravens probably win.
I think they're winning it too. They picked up Derrick Henry. They're looking good.
Second's probably gonna be the Chiefs, unfortunately, but yeah.
All right, we're missing 2 other divisions. I think Texans are winning their division.
Yep.
And we're missing the other division, which I don't really remember as well. That's Jets, Patriots. Who's the other ones? Jets, Pats. Bills.
Okay.
No.
Which one do we not have? Yeah, we have. That's the East. Yeah. So, probably the Bills win that division.
Yeah. Who's all in that division?
The Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Jets.
Yeah, I see the Bills winning that. No, I don't really see the Bills winning that.
Honestly, I might take the Dolphins.
Dolphins?
Yeah. To win that division. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is gonna produce.
Yeah. I'll take Dolphins winning it.
Yeah.
I think Bills
All right.
coming in at 7th is realistic. Their team is kind of off now. They lost some people,
Well, yeah, I don't have
but they're not
many
bad. I mean, they still got plenty of people.
receiver weapons.
I think they're still making it. Anywho,
Always
5th
me.
now. Who do you think is
All
going to
right.
win 5th out of all these teams right here?
5th. I'm gonna take the
I think
Bengals
Bengals,
because
yeah.
Joe Burrow's back.
Joe Shiesty's in the building. 6th place,
And
low key could be
sixth-
the Jags. I don't
Yeah,
think the Jags is
I
a
don't know.
bad
I
pick.
think the Jets isn't far
Jets
off.
isn't wild
but
either. Let's put the
I think the Jags. I take the Jags.
I'll put the Jags there.
And then we'll put eighth. Put eighth with the or put 7th with the Jets.
And move the Bills down to 8th.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. Then 9th, I think we're looking at Colts. They were up there with the Texans last season.
Yeah, and they have Anthony Richardson back.
Yeah, he's
so
back, hopefully healthy. I think Browns are coming right up behind them.
Hopefully.
And I think Titans 11th. Personally,
Yeah.
I think they could be. I think they could be somewhere up here.
I don't know. I think it's the Steelers.
Steelers
Yeah.
or the Russ.
Yeah. And then the Titans.
Then
That makes more sense to me.
Then Raiders. I want to say. I think you agree with me on that.
Yeah. And then the Broncos.
Broncos, yeah. Pats.
And then Pats and then Chargers.
Chargers last, yeah, because they're missing an offense.
Yeah. Pretty awful.
Yeah. So we feel like this list seems pretty accurate with how we feel.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna get these all loaded up onto a what's it called? A bracket, and we'll be back in like 2 seconds for you. Boom. All right. So we got all our teams loaded up right here in our bracket. Some of these matchups, specifically these two, I'm pretty sure were in this past year's playoffs, and also the same 2 first seeds. But like I said in the intro, we're going realistic, not what we want. So we'll start with the NFC. Not Packers, my bad. Lions, Bears. Who we taking?
All right. I know I'm a Bears fan, and I know I'm biased, but the Bears have an incredibly good track record against the Lions, especially when it came to last year when we had Justin Fields.
This is
Awful quarterback. And we almost beat him twice. We beat him one time at the second game at Detroit, I'm pretty sure. No, we lost the game at Detroit.
Yeah.
But the second game was at home, and we beat him with an awful QB just because the Bears are pretty good against the Lions, and they almost beat them the first time. So I think that this upcoming year, the Bears are much better. I think that they can do it.
You know, I fully agree with that. It being a divisional matchup, too, makes the stakes that much higher. And I think the Lions, Goff especially, was kind of choking, and he wasn't doing great in the divisional games. So I think it's very likely the Bears can pull this off and will pull it off. So we're moving them up in the NFC round 1. Now we go down to this game here again with the Packers and the Cowboys. Packers, they're arguably going to be better because this is the second year for most of those guys, third year for some, playing, starting and whatnot. And it's the Cowboys in the first round of the playoffs too. So everyone knows how that goes.
Honestly, I think it's going to be the same old as last year. The Packers, the only reason they're not where the Dallas Cowboys are in this bracket right now is because the Lions are as good as they are.
Yep.
So I think that the Green Bay Packers take them all day.
I agree. Also, Packers have an insane track record for home games at Cowboys Stadium. I think they haven't lost.
Yeah.
Go Cowboys.
Crazy.
You go down here. We got Eagles, Buccaneers again. And
yeah, I don't think that Jalen Hurts is a great QB.
But at the same time, I think this year might go different. I think the Eagles will be more prepared. They kind of wrapped it together. Actually, it kind of fell apart at the end of last year. But
yeah,
they can.
I don't know.
They do lose Jason Kelsey though. That's going to be a big.
Yeah.
I think the tush push is going to fall apart. I don't think they're going to be able to do that without Kelsey.
It'll be hard to find a center that can do the same.
Exactly. So I think
Even though I think that the Buccaneers take
I
it.
think the Buccaneers are going to win it yet again, 2 years in a row. We'll do this full NFC, then we'll do the AFC. So NFC round 2, 49ers and Bears. I think
The Niners win. The Niners win.
I agree. They're just the better team. Unless there's some unforeseen injury. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Brock Purdy gets injured. Please.
he's a Lions fan, if you couldn't tell. So we'll move them forward under the pretense that there's no injuries. But say one of their receivers, or if Kittle's injured, I don't know if most of their defenders are injured, or if they have like one or two main guys like Fred Warner. If he's out, the Bears' chances go up so much. So I think it's really going to be an injury issue when it comes to the 49ers here. I do think the Bears are good. If Caleb Williams is able to be who he is projected to be,
college,
yeah,
who he was in college,
yeah,
if
he lives up to that, they definitely have a chance.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna take for the next game. I'm honestly gonna take. I hope the Bucks win.
But,
I know I'm a biased Bears fan,
but do you think they're gonna win? That's the thing.
I hope that they win. I think the
Packers are gonna win. They did it last year.
The Packers are gonna win. Yeah, I know.
Better.
I know. Same here, but like, I just wish that
we'll move them forward. And
Bucks
honestly, I know you're a Bears fan, but I think the Packers can win this.
I don't know.
Because think about it, they almost won last year. I think.
Yeah.
Was it a missed PI that, or there's some like kind of.
Oh, it was a missed field goal. I'm pretty sure because my dad and I were talking. We were talking during the game. We were like, "Oh yeah, this guy. It's not guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
That he's gonna make this field goal." And then guess what he did? He whiffed it.
Yeah,
so,
that was after some weird call, right? I remember there being some weird call that set them up wrong.
I don't know. I think the Green Bay Packers could probably do it, but
I think they can as well. I think Brock Purdy might just fail under pressure again.
Yep, I don't want it though.
I know you don't. But we're gonna give Green Bay the NFC Championship game. So now we'll move over to the AFC. Starting from the top here, we got Kansas City and the Jets. I mean, I think it's Kansas City. I don't think that one's too hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they 2 times in a row now. Elite team. It's anyway, Texans and the
Texans.
I agree. Texans should easily win this.
Jags
do have a ETN. Christian Kirk has been doing good for them. They did lose Calvin Ridley though, and I mean Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's injury prone. Like as
Christian Kirk is still way overpaid.
I just don't think they'll be able to pull through. And Dolphins and Bengals. I think the Bengals.
Yeah, me too.
Because
I think that
Chase
the
Brown
AFC East is going to be
yeah.
the NFC South of the AFC.
Sure.
Last year.
All equal? Or,
yeah. Well, I think because last year how like the NFC South was like all 500.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be the AFC East.
Yeah, I agree. They're all solid teams and all looking decent going into this year.
Yeah.
I do think Bengals though will have the best chance because I mean if Joe Burrow stays healthy, if Joe Burrow gets a healthy season, who knows what he can do.
Well, Jake Browning is efficient enough.
Browning's a good enough backup, and they were they playoff? No, they were close to playoffs.
They were close.
Year, right?
Yeah.
And I mean Chase Brown, they have more people now. Like they have more on their team. I think they added some people in the offseason too, and they have Zach Moss, who he was great for the Colts when he needed to be. So if he steps up too, they don't have Joe Mixon anymore. So that's suck for them. Okay, now.
But I think Chase Brown is going to be sufficient enough.
Yeah, good enough. But now we're going to move up to the big game right here. Ravens and the Chiefs. I almost said 49ers. My bad. Ravens and the Chiefs.
Ravens.
I agree. I think the Ravens with Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry's he's going to make the Ravens such a better team than they already were.
Yeah,
it's gonna
and
make
the problem is that Travis Kelsey is not going to be as good as he was.
agreed.
So
No,
you're gonna get that like effect where he's gonna start dropping off. Patrick Mahomes is gonna start dropping off,
and
and it's just gonna be that way.
and
It's just
Rasheed
gonna.
Rice is probably gonna get arrested 2 or 3 more times. So who knows what happens
Well,
there?
Rasheed Rice, yeah, I don't know.
No, he's been
Well,
playing in their
he still
off-season
get,
stuff.
yeah, I know, but the NFL should probably
Some
honestly
suspension or something.
some suspension, yeah, because that's awful.
So yeah, I mean they're already short receivers. They have Marquise Brown, which he should be
Well,
actually
they
be
have
pretty good.
Xavier Worthy now,
Yeah,
so
he's really quick too. Well, we'll see what happens, but with
we'll
the
see.
Chiefs,
But
in the Super Bowl.
I think the Ravens defense is gonna get the
Ravens,
best of
yeah,
it.
Ravens defense is still elite, or should still be elite, and I mean they have a
Yeah.
better offense than they did last season. So I don't
All
know,
right.
and Zay Flowers will be more developed too, and everything. Really, I think it's going Ravens.
The
Now,
next one's really difficult
I
because,
fully agree, and it's
but
gonna be a fun
I
rematch
think
too for Mixon. But
I think that the Texans
I think they're just better.
versus the Bengals defense, the Texans offense versus the Bengals defense is going to be like have a higher margin than the Bengals offense versus the Texans defense, which is going to be
with the Neil Hunter. Texans
yeah,
defense is going to be crazy. It's going to be
yeah. So
a top tier defense, or should be a top tier defense in the league.
I think that it's going to be an offensive game,
Definitely.
and the Texans are going to pull out.
I fully agree. I hope they do because I'd love to see the Texans make it farther. I just want to see Stroud do good.
Yeah.
If Tank Dell stays healthy too, that
Yeah.
increases their chances so much. So he has more weapons. Same with
Yeah.
Schultz. He was hurt a bit. Now this right here, this will be a matchup to watch. This will be a very fun one. Should be a very fun
Yeah.
one. And I
But
think
as much as I like the Texans,
the Ravens are
I
a
think
better
the Ravens are a better team. Yeah.
Just
So
if no one, it's an injury thing again. If no one's injured, Ravens win. But if there's like one or two injuries, it leans more to the because they have two good pass rushers or just like D linemen. So could go either way.
Yep. And in the
Now this Super Bowl right here, Super Bowl,
okay.
whatever number it is. I think this is going to be a very good game. Very
And
young
I think
team
the only problem with the Green Bay Packers is that they have a young roster, and that's going to cause their inexperience to cause them to lose the game. And that's why the Baltimore Ravens win the 2025, my bad, Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. But that being said, I do think the Packers, they have more depth. I think the Packers just have a better. They have more depth, so they kind of have more ability to stay fresh and be slightly up in terms of like energy. But I do think, as Mason said, none of those guys have made it to a Super Bowl.
Well, none of those guys have probably really experienced.
Yeah, none of them have been in the league for long enough.
That pressure.
Yeah, they were doing decent in the playoffs. But even then, though, they played the 49ers. They were still, like, missing a lot of, like, open catches, I think, right? I feel like there was a lot of kind of, like, that didn't need to happen that way moments. I don't remember. That was forever ago. Like, 4 months. So, but I just think, yeah, as he said, that inexperience will get to him. And, I mean, this team is more than experienced with the playoffs.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a lot of vets there. Like, Derrick Henry, he doesn't have much playoff experience, but he's been in the league forever, so he'll know what to do. Lamar's obviously.
Well, he was on a team that was on the number 1 seed, and they choked.
The
Titans.
What? I don't remember that.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh shoot, that's news.
Yeah, they were the number 1 seed. Ryan Tannehill actually looked decent.
Oh yeah, back in is good.
And then they choked. Lost in the second round because they had the bye.
We're getting off track here. This is our final ranking. We think that this will be the playoffs, and this is how they're going to go with the Baltimore Ravens ending up winning the Super Bowl next year in 2025. And I will be posting this, hopefully, on Sunday, June 16th of 2024. And it might be a little early to make predictions like this. One could say very early. But it just comes down to how you look at it. I think we're making him at a fair time, personally.
Justified.
Exactly. He gets me. So, yeah. Let us know in the comments if you agree with us. If you disagree, at least say why. Maybe make it a couple different comments, boost me in the algorithm a little bit. I'd appreciate it. But, yeah, if you don't agree with us, though, and if you really hate the fact that we have the Packers going to the Super Bowl,
I'll pop a cap in your ass.
Exactly.
Pop a cap in your ass. Okay?
So you better agree with us. Well,
I hate Packers. No.
I gotta blur that now.
Yeah, way to go.
Yeah,
I hate the freaking Packers. Do you guys like that better? You like that better? I hate the freaking Packers, but they're in the Super Bowl because I'm realistic.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to end the video now. Thank you all for watching if you made it this far. If so, I appreciate that a lot. Watching this much, I wouldn't even do that, so thank you a lot. So you know what? See y'all in the next one. Deuces.